All right, everyone. I just released an update to my vector font editor. It's been 1 day since I released the first version, but it turned out I made a critical mistake and there was a bug in it. It's all fixed now. Everything's updated on GitHub. Check out the link in the description of the video. So here's my vector font editor that supports Borland CHR files and Microsoft FON files. Um, you can load the Microsoft font files and save them as Borland CHR files or vice versa. There's a few things you need to be aware of though, and I'm going to go over all this stuff right now. So let's start off with just the interface, the font name. Uh, for Microsoft fonts, I believe it's 8 characters, upper, lowercase, it doesn't matter. For Borland, it has to be 4 characters. I believe it doesn't matter either in terms of case, but the existing Borland fonts are all capitals, so you may want to stick to that. Copyright notice here, you could just put anything, no big deal. Um, Points, for what we're doing, it's not really used for anything. Font height, though, this is a global descriptor, so if you change this, it changes the font height through the entire program. Um, Bold, italic, underline, it just puts that this font has those attributes. Again, it really doesn't matter with the way this program works. And same thing with the character sets here. These are just default values that I basically found were being used, and it's up to you to use them if you want. I would just leave things as default. And here we have the starting and ending character range. You can change this to zero, from 0 to 255, and then hit apply, and it will change all this. And here is the character editor uh, area. This is where we can increase the view, and this is where we design our fonts. We can change the width here. The width is specific to each character. Um, we can snap the grid off here and also the points. So let me just make a few lines. So if I put that back, you can see that. But if I do that, the little points at the end disappear. That's what that does. And grid brings our grid back on. And we also have the baseline, ascender, descender, and X height here. Again, those lines indicate exactly where your character should be. So all lowercase letters, you use the baseline to uh, line them up. Um, and the ascender is where the uppercase character should end. Um, you can take a look at existing fonts to see exactly how that's being done. For now, I'm just gonna create a simple character. Uh, Here is all the points. Basically, it's a font appear here. It'll make much more sense when we actually load up a font, so you see all these values, and just a little information here on how to use the select, move, and line. Um, so at any point, if we wanted to, let's say, select here and then move that, now we can do this. And again, as long as we hit the point, then it's fine. So if we wanted to add another point, start there and go here, and if we select move, we can just move them together. Anyway, let's add another line, and we just made an A, and let me just resize this a little as possible. Okay, so it kind of looks like an A. Anyway, I'm gonna save this. Let's change this to AA here and save. And I'm going to save it in the Freepascal location. I'm going to change this to CHR. So for AAs to make it valid with Borland's naming scheme. Freepascal doesn't need that, but I'm just to keep it consistent. And let me go into here and let's take a look at a code. And I'm going to change this to 4A's because that's what we saved our file name. And we don't have any A's here, so what I'm going to do is delete this and just put A here just to see if that prints. All right, and compile it in the command line mode and test. And here we go. Let's make the font a little bigger. So let's change this to 10. And here we go. So that's our font. We created one simple font, but that doesn't look impressive. So what I'm going to do is just take an existing font. Let me find, let's open up, okay, let's choose the Microsoft Roman font. Open that up. Yeah, and this looks more impressive. More details here. All right, so I'm going to save this as a Borland character now. Yeah, okay, before I do that, I'm going to change the name here because we said it has to be 4 characters. So I'm going to do Roma, and save this in Roma CHR, and in our Freepascal folder, yeah, replace it, and let's run our program again. This time we change the font here. So instead of the one we just built, let's choose the one we just converted. And because it has a full character set, we can put Nick 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Save that. FPC test. And here we go. And we have something wrong here. It's like, why is the exclamation point here where there should be a space? All right, so let's see if we can solve this problem. So if we go back, let's take a look at our space. What's wrong with our space? Oh, there's no strokes in there, so it looks like Freepascal doesn't know what to do with a font that doesn't have any strokes. So let's just add one. Let's add a move stroke, and yeah, let's put it right here in the beginning of the baseline and save it and override that. Yes, and come back here, and we don't have to recompile, we just run it again. And look at there, we got our font looking great. So you may have to do little things like that. If you get stuck on a specific issue, send me an email or a comment, or create an issue in the GitHub, and I'll look into it. Usually it's not a big problem. I've been playing with these kinds of issues for a while now, so I could easily find them. But I think I corrected all the bugs that led to a lot of them, so we don't have to do any crazy workarounds. These issues that I'm showing you right now can't be helped. So if there's no data in the no strokes in the character, you just have to add one manually. So unless I come up with a way to check for that, that might be something to look into the future, at least for the space character, because it looks like it's very common. But for now, I think this is a very usable editor. Please give it a try and let me know. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.